Jai Shri Krishna. So now we shall continue from the third shloka of the first chapter. Namah Shri Mangala Shreni Nivasaya Mahatmane Sarvam Jalanti Daivajnyaha Yadyat Shruti Chakshushaha. So, in this shloka, the author of this book, that means the Sanskrit shloka author, bows down to his guru, Mangalaseri, his pupils being doctors of the science are great seers of the future. That means the pupils of his guru, for example, himself and his pupils and the generation of pupils, including the readers, will be great doctors because of his blessings, great doctors of this astrological science because of his blessings is what is given in this shloka. So, now we shall see the next one. Cheldurishwaramanasya Shailaja Vallabham Maya Shishyaya Deshika Vaptam Prashnavartmopadishyate. I salute my village god Shiva and expound Prashna Marga for the benefit of my pupils. So in this he is saluting his village god Shiva, that means in that province or somewhere Shiva was the village god, so he salutes him and therefore begins it. Now we shall see what astrology comprehends. This is the next part. Skandhatrayatmakam jyotish shastrametat chadangavat Ganitam samhita hora chetis skandhatrayam matam. Ancient astrological science is divided into 3 skandhas or 6 angas. The 3 skandhas are Ganita, Samhita and Hora. We know that astrology has 3 parts. Ganita, mathematical part of astrology. Samhita, it is a propounding philosophy, mixing of all of things. And Hora begins with prediction, entire prediction. So if we want to study Ganita, then we have to see certain books for that. Samhita also different books, and Hora, the best book would be Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. Sages have classified the great science of astrology into 6 angas: Jataka, Gola, Nimitta, Prashna, Muhurta and Ganita. So these are the 6 branches. So we shall see the shloka for this. Jataka Gola Nimitta Prashna Muhurta Ganita Namani Amitadhi Abhidhati Hashadanga Charya Jyotishye Mahashastre. So next one. Golo Ganitam Cheti Dvitiyam Khalu Ganita Samhite Skande Hora Samhitayorapi Nimittamanyet Trayam Jahorakhe. So Ganita Skandha deals with Gola and Ganita, and Hora Skandha deals with horoscopy, and Prashna and Muhurta are a part of Nimitta, and Samhita Skandha deals elaborately with Nimitta, and that's the thing. So Nimitta is also one part of astrology. So in this, the author gives the different branches of astrology and how they are to be seen and all of those things. So now we are going to see the next one. Who can study astrology? So the preliminary background for a person to begin studying astrology. Pramana phala bhedena dvividham cha bhavedidam pramanam ganita skandha skandhavanyo phalatmako. Astrology can also be divided into 2, pramana and phala. Ganita skandha comes under pramana, while the other 2 skandhas go under phala. So Ganita is pramana, that means calculation of this thing, and the other one, which phala, that part goes under phala, that means hora and all of that goes under phala because that is predictive astrology. So now we shall go to the next one. Jyotih kalpo niruktam cha shiksha vyakaranam tatha chando vichitaretani shadangani vidushrute. The Vedas have 6 limbs: Jyotisha, Kalpa, Nirukta, Shiksha, Vyakarana and Chandas. So Jyotisha is astrology itself, and Kalpa is rituals, yajnas and different kinds of remedial measures. Nirukta is etymology, and Shiksha is the study of phonetics, way of pronunciation, and Vyakarana is grammar, and chandas is poetry and different ways of calculating, methods of making poetry and all of that. So for the Vedas, the 6 important limbs: the feet, the face, hands, eyes, and all of these things. So all of these represent the shadangas, so different kinds of arms of the Veda Purusha. So out of this, Jyotishya takes the eye. Eye part is belonging to Jyotishya. This shloka testifies this. Chandah padau shabda shastram cha vaktram kalpah pani jyotisham chakshushi cha shiksha granam shotramuktam niruktam vedasyam ganye vama munindra. So the feet is chandas and vyakarana is the face, kalpa is the eyes, kalpa is the hands, and jyotishya is the eye, and then shiksha is the nose, and nirukta is the ears. So this is what is the shadanga. Then vedasya chakshuh kila shastramedat pradhanatangeshu tatosya yukta angairya tonyairapi purnamurtim chakshurvina kaf purushattvameti. This is a very nice shloka which explains that how can a person be without the eyes? The other parts are also important. Every single person must know the other parts too. But who can be without the eyes? Which man will be yashasvi without eyes? Means which man can do really great job without the eyes? Nowadays there are many people who can do without eyes, but it's sadness to not have eye. And that too, having no eyes, it's a sadness to not have any eye and go around without seeing anything of the world. So in this aspect, eyes are very important and are the most important limbs of our body. Even if our legs go, many people can do many things. Even if our hands go, there is actually it's also very important to keep all the limbs safe. But the eyes is most important is what is given. The next one. Adhyetavyam brahmanairev tasmad jyotishshastram punyametad rahasyam etad buddhva samyagapnoti yasmadartham mam dharma moksha magrayam yashascha. So it's being given here. The exalted and recondite science of astrology is to be studied only by Brahmins. Here Brahmin does not mean in Kali Yuga, what we take it as, Brahmin does not only mean a person with a poodle or something we call Janavara or something like that. It means that a person who is pure, in his heart, mind, everywhere, and who knows everything perfectly, who knows the Shastras perfectly, who knows mind, who knows Bhagavad Gita, who knows all of these scriptures, Karma Shastra, which is explained in Bhagavad Gita. So what is karma? What do you do when you get karma, and what happens in the next birth, or when is it given in this birth itself? All of these things are explained in Karma Shastra. Before studying astrology, everyone must know karma. So anybody who is perfect in all of these things is called a Brahmana. For Kali Yuga, this is the description, because many people who are so-called low-born have also become great astrologers with pure heart. Nowadays even we see more so-called low-born people only doing a lot of good astrology. So that's why it means that a person who has a good heart, they should study. The proper study of the subject leads to the acquisition of wealth, merit, salvation, respect and fame. The proper study of this Shastra leads all of these things: wealth, fame, acquisition of wealth, merit, salvation, moksha, all of these things. When even Mlechas and Yavanas well versed in astrology are held in the same esteem as rishis, who would deny respect to an astrologer who is a Brahmin? Mlecha Yavanas tesu samyak shastramidam sthitam rishivet tamapi pujyante kim punardaiva vidvijah. Even Mlechas and Yavanas, that means people who reside in Afghanistan or anything, that necessarily does not mean low. It means that part of a region is called Mlecha region, and people who are born there are called Mlechas. Yavanas are of course Greek people. So when Indian rishis respect the foreigners who know astrology well, then what is the respect to be given to a Indian Brahmin who is himself an astrology. Who is himself an astrologer. So when respect is given to even foreigners or people who have learnt the science from here, gone there and expounded the philosophy there, what is the respect supposed to be given to a Brahmana who knows astrology is what is being given here. So this shows that an astrologer must be given lots of respect, social status and everything. So qualifications of an astrologer. ज्योतिषशास्त्र विदग्धो गणित पटुर वृत्तवांश्च सत्यवचाः विनयी वेदाध्यायी ग्रह यजन पटुश्च भवतु दैवज्ञः. That person who has mastery of this science, who has good knowledge of mathematics, who leads a religious life and who is a very good person and who knows how to do puja for the grahas. For example, if the consultation happens with the same astrologer, the astrologer should also be able to suggest deeply within the remedial measures, not only the science of astrology. There should be a lots of knowledge on remedial measures and how to perform the remedial measures and all of these things. So he should also know how to read the Vedas, mantras, shastras, everything perfectly is what is given in this shloka. दैव विदेवं भूतो यद्वदति फलं शुभाशुभं प्रष्टुः तत्सर्वं न च मिथ्या भवति प्राज्ञैस्तया चोक्तम्. All the predictions made by such a person will come true and never will be false. The learned support this statement. A person who is well versed in mathematics and who is good hearted, has a good, who chants Vedas, mantras and regularly does graha yajna and all of those things, and a person who is well versed in astrology, who is devoted to the Lord, his prediction will never hold to be false. It will always be true. Dashabhedam grahaganitam jatakam avalokya niravashesham yah kathayati shubham ashubham shubham avashubham vatasya na mithya bhavedvani. The predictions of one who has studied the 10 kinds of planetary motions and who has understood the inner principles of astrology will never be falsified. So the inner principles of astrology, that means studying karma shastra, spiritual aspects, all of these things are very important in astrology, because just telling a result is not good. There should be some sthairya or dhairya given to the person or the atma to whom you are giving prediction. And karma shastra also should be known. You must not just say some prediction and then make the person feel just feel bad or maybe too arrogant about himself, too proud. There should be a status for that kind of a person. Next one. Aneka hora tattvajya pancha siddhanta kovidah uhapoha patu siddha mantro janati jatakam. He who has acquired a thorough knowledge in different horas, who is adept in the 5 different kinds of the siddhantas, who has inferential ability and who is initiated into a secret mantra by a preceptor, can alone know horoscope. So a person who knows a secret mantra, for example, nowadays Gayatri mantra is not very secret, everybody knows it, but any mantra which is secret, that means in the past secret mantras were interpreted as Gayatri mantra or different kinds of Gayatri mantras by a good guru. So there should be a diksha of some mantra. So that mantra should be there in that person. So that person will only be able to make. But this can be applied only maybe 50 to 60% in modern day, because nowadays people who give diksha and all of these people are not at all true. They just minting money and collecting things. We can't say everybody is like that, but it's very difficult to find a person who may give you good diksha with a good heart inside. So that's why these gurus and all of these people, do not falsely believe them and then say, okay, now I can know horoscope very well, because only a very good hearted person will be able to give you a diksha. Instead, studying Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra, many different kinds of things, and also reading the Shlokas, all of these things will certainly give you. Each one of them are secret mantras. Nowadays in Kali Yuga, all the shastras are secret. So if you learn at least one mantra or one shloka of a single shastra, it is no exception that you will become a good astrologer. So now we finished one video about who can learn astrology and the astrologer's qualifications. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.